horror anime, if that's a genre of anime that you're probably so tired or just not really used to up until this point, you probably are missing out some really good bangers that have come out over the years. And today I want to talk about a anime that just wrapped up today under Kaya-chan Isn't Scary. Yeah, this one initially when I talked about this at the very beginning of this year when this first aired, I thought this was gonna be one of the worst animes of the year. I thought the poster originally was like really tearing. I was like, oh my god, this looks bad. Why is the animation look so dog shit? However, when looking deep into the trailer, looking deeper into like the first couple episodes of the show, I was immediately hooked on this because of a really simple premise where Kara-chan is a simple kindergartner who is supposed to get into trouble of all things, but the reason she's getting in trouble is that she's fighting off some supernatural and weird ghostly figures and possible demons in the mix, and it's really cool. I think that the story itself is as simple as it gets, and while it doesn't really dive deep into a lot of like the, I don't know how you would call it, but like a lot of like the developments when it comes to growing up as a kid, as at a young age, and Kaya's age in this case. I really like that this show was able to at first like kind of like steer my expectations. Where initially I thought it was gonna be like the same like copy and paste format where it's like, okay, Kaya's like on a slide, and oh my god, there's an evil entity that's bound to kill and devour kids for sliding on the slide. And then Kaya comes in to save the day by using her psychic powers, transforms to another version of herself, and then she punches them, or in a way, or slaps them, or even at times just like pokes at them. Like she does like really cool creative ways to like kill off these otherworldly figures, but I really thought it was going to be that same copy paste format all the way to the end. But towards like I'd say the last four, maybe five episodes, probably like towards the halfway point of the show, we started getting a lot of lore dump as like how why Kaya-chan got her superpowers, what are the consequences to using her powers, and we got to meet some really interesting characters in the mix that plays a really big role in this overall arching story that Kaya's family, the Ebisamori family, is cursed, and they are plagued with a curse that's going to linger and pass on from generation to generation. And it's a surprising story that I really like think that even like in the simple context of this show here, I think they dived into it super well. So like I said, I think that initially when you watch the show, you're not going to be blown away by it initially, like concept wise, but I think towards the second half of the show, this actually still becomes like a surprisingly really good storytelling show that even I was blown away by. Again, but that is not to say that the show is not perfect at the end of the day, because again, initially when this first came out, I thought this thing looked bad. I thought this was not going to be one of the best animes out there. Like I thought it was like worst anime of the year contender, mind you. So again, there are moments where the animation, even towards the very end, is a little one dimensional, maybe a little cheap at times, or it just feels like one of those really shitty bottom of the list my anime list pages that you see every now and then, unfortunately. But then there are moments where like even like the voice acting in the show, despite it being like super low quality, like the voice acting performances throughout this thing is like really good. The music for the show is also really good. I actually love the theme song for Kaya-chan. The opening theme song for this is like super good. It feels like there's some serious shit about to happen, and it's like the weirdest cryptic type shit ever. I don't know. It's so weird that I actually like it all around. Now, in a way, there are some characters in the show that I think, in my personal opinion, could be really questionable, and I think it's going to raise a lot of eyebrows for some people. The biggest example is a character named who goes simply by Mob or Mabu Osamu. His character design, I don't know what it is, but look at his face, and you should know, see, and probably picture in your head for any hentai enthusiast. Uh, a dog, that's an ugly bastard there. Like, I'm sorry, man, not to throw in the shoehorn or anything. I love his background. It's like why he became a ghost hunting supernatural fighter in the first place. But man, can this dude stop smiling? He has been smiling throughout the entire freaking show, and it comes off really weird, really creepy, really borderline ugly bastard as because he's so obsessed with Kaya-chan. And keep in mind, Kaya-chan is a fucking kindergartner, mind you. So it's like, what the fuck? Can we please tone down that shit? But there were moments like that was like, ugh, that rubbed me the wrong way. But even despite like that one clear instance with some of the characters being like rubbing you the wrong way, left or right, I think that the show is pretty underrated in my opinion. It's not going to be like top 10 best anime of the year, mind you, but like I think for a show of this caliber, like if you want to watch something that's again into the horror, supernatural esque, and has a surprisingly really good backstory to back this show up, I think Kanchan is a Scary is the one for you because it even like wraps up it up so beautifully with like all the little plot holes that was plastered throughout the show, and they wrapped up really well. And I think that this is a must watch for anyone that's willing to give it out, give a shot, and maybe like excuse a lot of the animation faults that's clearly obvious in this show. So, man, right now I actually like this. This is really good. I would probably give this like a strong 6 to a light 7 on this thing. It's really good. Surprisingly, one of the best and most underrated horror animes to come out this year so far. And yeah, just wanted to be rant and talk about this and hopefully recommend to y'all to check this out. And yeah, I'll see you on the next one. Later.